I want to know where all the cholos are at. 18th Street, Florencia. Where's the leadership at? So whoever's the leadership over there, just get your members in order.
Whether you agree with ICE or not, we don't solve issues by calling on criminal groups to intervene.
Even if they're Latinos, they don't care about you Latinos. Is that if you're brown, that's all they need. That's all they need.
As the Allies planned their invasion into Sicily, it was called Operation Husky, they faced some major problems. How do you land on an island full of fascist sympathizers, German troops, and territory you don't know very well without getting slaughtered? In steps Lucky Luciano. Luciano was a notorious New York mafia boss. He was in prison in the U.S. at the time, and he was in prison for running a criminal enterprise. But he had one thing that the Allies needed. He had deep connections with the Sicilian gangsters and dock workers. The U.S. military, specifically the Office of Naval Intelligence, struck a deal with Luciano in exchange for his intelligence and help in Sicily. Luciano would get special privileges in prison and eventually early release. What did Luciano have to do? He had to ensure that the New York docks, plagued by sabotage and Nazi spies, stayed secure, and then connect the U.S. with Sicilian mafia leaders who hated Mussolini for cracking down on them. When the Allies invaded Sicily, they were met by not just soldiers, but by friendly villagers who knew that the mafia had blessed this landing. Some reports say that the key mafia figures even guided troops through the mountain passes to help dismantle fascist resistance within. And then, of course, what's the aftermath? The Allies took Sicily in 38 days, shockingly fast. And after the war, the mafia, which Mussolini had tried to crush, came roaring back into power, helped by the new political capital from aiding the Allies. Luciano, true to the deal, was deported to Italy after the war, free, rich, and still powerful. Sometimes the good guys win, but not without some shady partnerships. In this case, the Allies partnered with the well-known criminals to defeat the fascists, and in doing so, they gave the mafia a second life. Let's get talking about it. What are we talking about today? We are going to talk about the vice mayor, which, by the way, what is a vice mayor? I thought it was a lieutenant governor. I've never heard of a lieutenant mayor, but I mean, it would make sense to be like a deputy mayor or something of that nature. I guess I can go with deputy mayor. I can roll with that. Anyway, the vice mayor out there in LA calling on gang members to fight ICE. Yeah, let's talk about this.
Vice mayor of one Los Angeles County town is under federal investigation after she called on two of LA's largest gangs to take on federal immigration agents. Watch.
I want to know where all the cholos are at in Los Angeles. 18th Street, Florencia. Where's the leadership at? Because you guys are all about territory, and this is 18th Street, and this is Florencia. You guys tag everything up, claiming hood. And now that your hood's being invaded by the biggest gang there is, there ain't a peep out of you. So whoever's the leadership over there, just get your members in order.
Cudahy, California, Vice Mayor Cynthia Gonzalez mentions the infamous 18th Street gang and Florencia. These gangs have a reputation for extreme violence, targeted killings of rival gangs and innocent civilians, drug trafficking and extortion, sexual violence and exploitation, and that's just the first drop in the bucket. One LA police union chief wants Gonzalez held to the highest account, telling Fox News Digital, quote, she should definitely resign from her position, and the district attorney or U.S. attorney should bring charges against her if she crossed any legal lines. These gang members are known to be violent. They have killed law enforcement officers in the past, and it is completely irresponsible and reprehensible for Gonzalez to even engage in that kind of talk or behavior.
My God, that is insane. Could I just say that? That's insane. That's the vice mayor of Cudahy, California, asking the question, hey, where are you guys? Just out of curiosity, gangsters, where are you? Why aren't you out here? Her name is Cynthia Gonzalez.
And many people have brought onto the internet to speak on how they're concerned and are wondering if she has any form of affiliation with gang members. And now with this video sounded like it was a joking manner, as a politician, she is to be held at a higher standard. Now the city of Cudahy has made a statement and has come forward saying that the comments made in that video by Vice Mayor Cynthia Gonzalez do not represent the views of the city of Cudahy, and that those are her personal views. Now, this video that is 1 minute long has since been taken down, and unfortunately, as a politician, you're held at a higher standard, even if that video was made in a joking manner.
So normally I would tell you that you're not going to believe this, but you actually should by now. A vice mayor in the Los Angeles area just allegedly told violent gangs to get their members in order because she's mad at how ICE is operating in her city. Cynthia Gonzalez, vice mayor of Cudahy, made a video where she called out two of the most notorious gangs in Southern California, 18th Street and Florencia 13, saying they're not doing enough during ICE raids. That's her actual quote, directed to the gang leadership. Let that sink in. An elected city official telling gangs to get organized because she didn't like what federal immigration agents were doing. The FBI reportedly showed up at her home after the video surfaced. Now, while they won't confirm whether there's an investigation, they did condemn the video and any calls for violence against law enforcement. Now, I don't care where you stand politically. This is dangerous. We're talking about someone in government encouraging gangs to take action. Whether you agree with ICE or not, we don't solve issues by calling on criminal groups to intervene. That's not leadership. That's chaos.
But most important thing is she called out the 18th Street gangs and the Florence gangs to fight against the ICE. Clear that this is unhinged. She's trying to set up the Latino community by telling the 18s and the Florence gangs to fight against ICE so they can sign their death warrant, you know? They're gonna end up in jail. They're the ones that are gonna get burned and crucified. Remember, the Democrats, the local public officials here in the area are 100% collaborating with ICE, people. 100% collaborating with ICE. They don't care about you. Even if they're Latinos, they don't care about you Latinos. It's that simple. Don't trust the public officials. Don't trust the Democrats. Don't trust the Republicans. If you're brown, that's all they need. That's all they need.
All right. Shout out to that. I thought that was very interesting. And I wanted to just point that out that, you know, we are in some very weird, a very weird place right now. I really don't know how else to say it. So let's just look at it. All right. Let's look at her actual comment. FBI investigates Cudahy Vice Mayor Cynthia Gonzalez after explosive social media video allegedly urges gang violence against ICE. How do you even say this with a straight face? In a stunning escalation of rapidly unfolding scandal, federal law enforcement sources confirmed that Cudahy Vice Mayor Cynthia Gonzalez is now under FBI investigation for following a deleted social media video in which she allegedly called on notorious LA gangs to rise up against ICE. I told y'all, social media is not your friend. Social media is not your friend. It is the undoing of so many people. Social media, it is the undoing of many. According to an exclusive video posted by Fox, federal sources speaking exclusively to Fox News, Gonzalez appears to have called for members of the 18th Street and Florencia 13, two of LA's most violent criminal street gangs, to defend their territory from ICE in a now deleted video posted late last week. Even more shocking, she reportedly demanded gang leaders to get your effing members in order. Per federal sources, the vice mayor of Cudahy City in Southeast LA County is under FBI investigation after her alleged posting of a video to social media in which she appears to call for the 18th Street and Florencia 13 gang members in LA to defend their territory from ICE, even urging gang members to get your effing members in order. I'm told that Cynthia Gonzalez posted the video late last week, then deleted it, and that the FBI later visited her home, and she is under active federal investigation. Gonzalez posted on her social media that the FBI came to her house and that she needs a lawyer. FBI LA tells Fox they cannot confirm or deny the investigation, but they condemn any call for gang violence. We've reached out to Gonzalez via phone and email and are waiting a response. No response yet from the city of Charlotte either. We'll update as we get more. All right, so y'all saw that. For the second time in the last 10 days, and another elected official in LA is not just condoning violence, but now going a step further, allegedly calling on organized criminal street gangs to take action against the federal law enforcement. This bombshell explains the FBI's unannounced visit to Gonzalez's home, which she herself confirmed in a public Facebook post, now being widely circulated. I told y'all, social media is not your friend. You do not have to post everything. I need a lawyer. The FBI just came to my house. If anyone wants to support, please DM me. Nobody wants to. You cooked, my girl. You are cooked. The FBI is on your bumper. Just go ahead and pull over to the right side. Put your hands out the window, turn off the ignition. In a follow-up post, still visible as of this writing, Gonzalez called it a First Amendment issue, and asked for legal referrals to the ACLU, ignoring the obvious free speech protections don't cover inciting gang violence. While the FBI LA field office declined to confirm or deny the existence of an ongoing investigation as its standard procedure, they issued a crystal clear statement to Fox News. We condemn any calls for gang violence. From role model to radical, Gonzalez, already a controversial figure, is also running for a 2026 seat on the LA County College District Board of Trustees. Her campaign website touts a progressive platform centered on dismantling systems of oppression in education, but now she may be facing a dismantling of her own by federal prosecutors. Yeah, go ahead and shut that down, my girl, because you cooked. You done. There's no reason for you to continue. It's over. The allegations stand in stark contrast to Gonzalez's carefully curated public image. A long-term educator, Gonzalez proudly states, I am a proud product of parent, former principal, and director of schools in LAUSD. I think that's Los Angeles United School District. Currently, I'm director of the UCLA's Principal Leadership Institute. Born and raised in Huntington Park, the daughter of hardworking immigrant parents, her father, newspaper delivery and metal foundry worker, her mother, an adult school graduate turned to small business owner. Gonzalez's life story is one of American dream realized through education. She was the first in her family to attend and graduate from college. Today, she lives in Cudahy with her two daughters, both in public school. It's the kind of origin story that opens doors and wins elections, but it's also the reason for scandal. The scandal cuts deeper. I think I've seen this page before. Okay, shout out to her. Political self-deletion or calculated chaos. Legal experts say the FBI wouldn't be involved unless the allegations were serious. Inciting gang violence against federal agents could potentially violate multiple federal statutes, including those ones right there. Lots of squiggly lines in there. There's Rico was up in here. Rico done entered the chat again. Whether this was a reckless outburst, performative extremism, or an attempt to score political points with activist circles, Gonzalez has catapulted herself and the city of Cudahy into the national spotlight. What remains is this chilling fact: an elected official allegedly, police forgive me, what remains is this chilling fact: an elected official allegedly invoked gang power as a political weapon against federal law enforcement. That is crazy. We are not serious. This is not real. As of publication, Dr. Gonzalez, this is the first time they call it doctor, and the city of Cudahy have made no public statements regarding this investigation. What began as a quiet 2026 campaign has now exploded into a full-blown federal scandal, one that could end Gonzalez not just off the ballot, but in handcuffs. This is a developing story. I like the way they wrote that. Shout out to The Current. Is this The Current? Shout out to the Current Report. I like the way they wrote that. It was good. That was well written. The Current. But let me know what you think about it. Prayerfully, there will be no gang retaliation, turf wars, anything of that nature. That won't happen. Hopefully she'll be properly dealt with because of that. Because I believe that is a true threat of the highest order. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please, please know that I appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed to the channel. You're helping us get closer and closer to our goal of 50,000 subscribers. I'm looking forward to celebrating with you all real soon. So until then, everybody, grace and peace.